Hi boys and girls, we are going to do something new for math today, and it might look a little overwhelming, but I promise it's really not that bad. So let's read the directions. It says, look at a set of 3 10 frames. Move the dots to count them quickly. Count the dots by counting on from 10. So I have our problems hidden because there is a lot under the shade, and if we have too many things on the page, we might get distracted by the things that we shouldn't be looking at and then make mistakes. So I am going to take a look under this shade. And so this looks like something that you may have never seen before. Now, you have seen 10 frames before, and you have seen dots on the 10 frames before, but you have never seen an equation with 3 numbers. So that might be a little overwhelming for you, but take a look. And we are going to move some of these dots around to make it easier for us to count our dots. So when I look at this, I can see that there's 3 missing dots over here in this 10 frame. And I have 3 dots here on this 10 frame. So I could make this a lot easier to solve this equation of all of these numbers rather than sitting here and counting on my fingers, and then I'm going to run out of fingers because I know there's more than 10 here, and it would just get very frustrating to try to do this in your head or on your fingers. So we're going to do it an easier way. So we're going to move our dots, and we're going to just fill up our 10 frames. So now I have a full 10 frame, so I know that there are 10 dots here. So I can count on from 10. I can say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And now I know that this big long equation equals 15. So I can click there, get my calculator tool, and write the number 15. And see how easy that was? That wasn't so bad. This looks like a whole lot of work. But when you make it easier for yourself by moving the dots around on the 10 frame, it becomes easier to count them. So even though I move these dots around, this equation is still true. 5 plus 3 plus 7 equals 15. Because I didn't take any dots away or add any dots, I still have the same number of dots. I just made it easier for myself to count them. So now, let's take a look at the second set. Now that we have this set done, I'm going to move my shade up here so I'm not distracted by that. And now I am really overwhelmed by what I see. I see a lot of dots, and I see a big long equation that I can't count on my fingers to solve this. But I do know that I can make this easier for myself by moving some dots around. So I'll start with this 10 frame here because it's almost filled up. So I know if I add 2 more dots here, then I'll have 10. So let's do that. Let's take 2 dots from over here. So now we have 10. And then I can take this dot from over here, and I can put it over there. So now I have nothing here, and I have a 10 frame, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dots here. So I can say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I know that 4 plus 8 plus 3 equals 15. So that was a lot easier for me than trying to count on my fingers, and then I would get upset because I would run out of fingers, and I don't know what I would do. But using 10 frames makes it very easy for you to solve these very long equations because you can just move your dots around on your 10 frames to make it easier for yourself. So I hope you have fun with this, and I hope that when you do look at it, you don't get too overwhelmed and too upset. So just remember that you want to make a full 10 frame with 10 dots. So then you can count on from 10. When you do this, you're not going to count each one of these dots individually. That would take forever. So just move some of your dots to fill up your 10 frame, and then you can count on from 10. Until next time, goodbye.